That's odd, isn't it? Because all of the charge points are taken up and I have to wait before I can get on there to charge, which is unusual because the evangelists will have you think that there's lots of charges available to charge and nobody ends up waiting. Well, there you go, and it's not even a bank holiday. What they do is, the evangelists, when they want you to think that there's lots of charge points available, they get there at really early times of the day to make it look like there's lots of charges when there isn't. Anyway, I'm sick of leaning over like this, just come round this way. That's better. Right, now then, evangelists, petrolheads. There's a war, isn't there? I mean, we are actually at war with each other. Petrolheads, evangelists. I'm kind of on the fence, aren't I, really? Because I have an EV. I'm not an evangelist. I'm actually a traitor if they don't like the fact that I have an electric car and slate it. Although I don't slate the car so much, I slate the idea that we're told that we have to have an electric car after 2030, and car manufacturers can't make petrol or diesel cars after that because we have to listen to what the government tell us. But have you noticed that the evangelists and the petrolheads arguing against each other and arguing with each other? There's only ever going to be one winner. Now, let me know in the comment section before the end of this video, because I'm going to tell you who is going to be the winner between the evangelists and the petrolheads. Who's going to win the war? I know. Do you know? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. I know you've just said, no, you're wrong. Actually, there's one person there who actually has said the correct answer. So let me know in the comments section. But we're told by the governments that after 2030, that we can't produce any more petrol cars. And I think this is absolute nuts, because this is the same government, the same powers that be, that told us that we can't leave our houses. Remember when we were stuck in our houses and we were told we couldn't go anywhere, and the skies were blue, there weren't any clouds in the sky, it was lovely weather, and we could only go to supermarkets at certain times and stand in lines and not buy toys, but you could buy alcohol and certain amounts of food. And then it turned us against each other because we had to wear, you know, things over our faces. I won't say the word. And then the ones that didn't wear them over the faces, the ones with them over the faces, were having a go at those without them over the faces for not wearing them and putting them in danger. They were turning us against each other. Do you remember? And we were told we couldn't go and see our family in care homes. I couldn't see my mother in a care home. So the last time I saw her was at the door of a care home because I had to see her from a distance. And then she passed away a few weeks later. This is all, by the way, whilst the powers that be are partying behind locked doors, etc. Does it ring any bells? We're now being told again, and we're being told what we can and can't drive by these absolute buffoons. And they are buffoons. Do you remember one of them, actually, one of the politicians said, oh, he went out, didn't he? And he got caught, and he says, oh, I had to test my glasses, my vision or something. And we're listening to these people. Wake up. Anyway, I'm going to go through a little bit of this with you. I'm going to go and get something to eat, and I'm going to film another video in between. But what I'm going to do is, when we do plug in, somebody actually told me to do this. Long intro, stick with me. Somebody actually told me to do this. One of the viewers said, when you're charging up, go over to the filling station, the petrol station over there, and count how many cars fill up with fuel and go while you're charging. Well, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do a time lapse when I actually get in there to charge. Then I'm going to go and get something to eat, film another video, which will be in the future, tomorrow probably. We're going to count how many cars, or just see basically how many cars very quickly. I'll time lapse it. Come and go whilst I'm charging. So if you're new to the channel, do me a favour, hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos, give us a thumbs up, share this video out there, and hopefully we'll try and awaken the people who are just walking like lemmings and zombies to the edge of a cliff because the powers that be have told them to. Now, without further ado, my friends, well, I can't go anywhere because people are charging up and there's no chargers available. Let's go. Right, well, I've had a bite to eat. I've come back and there is now, they're all again, all the charges are taken up, and I think there's another one waiting as well. It's now 3:46. You've got a limited time in here as well that you can park. You've got 3 hours in here, which is a little bit more than the normal service stations, which is good. You normally get 2 hours, you get 3 here, so that's good. The only thing is there's nowhere to sort of like wait. Oh, there's another guy there now, an Ionic that's coming, and he's waiting. This is a pain in the backside because there's Hyundai, that's right, he's now waiting as well. But was he here before me, or was I here before him? Well, I was here before him. They're now driving around. You'll see him come round in a minute in a white Ionic. There you go. All right, he's now waiting as well. It's amazing, isn't it? Because the evangelists say that there's lots of charge points available when there really isn't. Only if you go at times where nobody wants to charge. There's somebody coming off now, so we're just waiting for that. I think it's me now, so let's get on there.
Moments later.
Right, let's not mess around. Let's just get this charged up. It is now 3:48. There's the new Renault 5 over there as well. Pop this in. There we go. And use my Porsche charging card. Can't actually see because the screen, the sun's shining on the screen. Preparing to charge, setting up communication with the car. That is a nice car, that Renault 5, I have to say, especially in yellow. Preparing to charge, yes, 20% we're actually on, and it is now 3:49. So remember that, 3:49, 20%. Now let's wander over to the filling station. Right, let's wander over to the filling station. I have to say, I do like that Renault 5. I think Renault have got that bang on the nail there. A Renault 5, perfect for around town. Now, it's hot today, which is not great for charging your car in because it's going to overheat. The fans are going to be pounding in my car to try and cool everything down. And if it gets too hot, it slows down the charging. But anyway, 3:51. Now let's head over to the Texaco garage and let's see how long and how many cars fill up, shall we? Well, I'm charging my car. Stop the time lapse, stop the time lapse. We're at 87%. It's now 4:30, so 4:29, 87%. I'm getting 101 kilowatts charge time. I think I'm gonna have to call it a day actually, and just head back to the car. I might go for a quick wee first, but you can see the amount of time it takes. Well, there's not that many cars come through. I guess it's because of the price of fuel at the services. But you can see cars just come and go while you're charging your electric car, fannying around waiting. It's ridiculous. I mean, is this what life's going to be about? Let's head back to the car and let's sum this up. And I'll tell you, oh, plumbing heck, who's going to be the, that's a bit of a dip, who's going to be the winner. So let's head back.
More moments later.
Right, so it's gone a bit quieter now. There we go. This is when the evangelists record, you see, when everybody's starting to go home, not in the busy periods. So don't believe all the evangelists out there telling you that these charging stations are always empty, because they're not. Busy periods, they're very busy, and you have to wait on them. And the amount of time I've waited now is insane. Anyway, before I unplug it, let's get down to business. Who is going to be the ultimate winner between evangelists and petrolheads? Well, there's only going to be one winner, in my opinion, and that's going to be the powers that be. Because I don't think, and I could be wrong, I could be wrong, I could be right. I don't think they want us to travel anywhere, to be honest. I think they want us to stay put in a certain radius and have control over us. And I think that is partly what the thing was about. You know what I mean? Just to see whether we do as we were told. I could be wrong, and I haven't got a tinfoil hat. I don't believe in all that. Anyway, I asked AI, evangelists versus petrolheads, who will win the automotive war? There will only be one winner. And it says, the great automotive civil war, evangelists versus petrolheads, the silence of the vaults versus the roar of the pistons. So who's going to win? Short answer, neither side will truly win. I personally think it's the powers that be will win, but both will lose a bit. Oh, that's better, a break from the sunshine. But both will lose a bit. The real winner is compromise, the long answer with a bit of fun. First of all, if the evangelists win, cities will be filled with silent pods, all doing 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, but still stuck in traffic. The government will be thrilled. More control, more taxes and more charges that sometimes work. Petrolheads will be reduced to weekend warriors, flogging second-hand supercars like they're contraband cigars. Every car meet will be soundtracked by nothing. And then if petrolheads win, the roar returns, internal combustion burns bright once more. EVs become the modern day Sinclair C5, remembered as a fad. I think that is brilliant. Climate protests get rowdier and Greta Thunberg faints. Petrol prices go up again, but no one cares because V8. But here's what will actually happen. Hybrids, synthetic fuels and hydrogen might keep the petrol dream alive. Classic cars will be protected by law, probably written by people who grew up on Gran Turismo, and my watch is listening to me. It's writing everything I've just said. The masses will drive EVs, but the enthusiasts will keep the petrol flame lit at track days in garages and behind pubs with questionable MOTs. Final verdict, the war won't be won. It will be muddled through. Petrolheads will always exist, even if they're whispering from barns. Evangelists will keep preaching, even when their charger's offline. And the rest of us, we just want a car. We'll just want a car that works, isn't boring, and doesn't set fire to the driveway. So, there we go. Vote V8 because the planet can wait. Or charge forward. It's not a car, it's a cause. Anyway, so there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. It's now 4:39. Let's go and see what the charge is at. Here we go, 97%. So let's stop that, if I can see. Stop. That's not stopping. I need to unlock the car. There we go, unlock the car, stop. Okay. Right, so there we go. 97% charge, 235 miles of range. It's now 4:41. Hopefully I won't get a ticket. Shouldn't have been 3 hours, I don't think. My fans are going like 1-0 because it's hot. Wow, the car is very hot. Okay, so I need to get that cooled down. And then I shall see you in one moment because I'm going to try and tell you how much that cost using my Porsche charging card. So I'll see you in a minute.
20 minutes later.
Right, okay, very quickly because it is very hot in here. So it cost me a total of £25.42 in total, 65.18 kilowatts. I started at 3.49 and I finished at 4.39. 50 minutes to get about 200 miles in or 190 miles in, whatever. Absolutely insane for that amount of time. When how many cars could you have actually filled up? If I'd have gone into a fuel station, would have took me about 5 minutes. It's never going to work, is it, in reality, for long journeys? If you're charging up at home and you can do it overnight, happy days. Wake up, my friends, before it's too late. Remember what happened before. It's all about control. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. It is boiling in here. If you did enjoy the video and you do agree with me, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. If you don't agree with me and you did enjoy the video, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.